So welcome back, Tom. And I have a feeling people are at the county commission. They might actually be enjoying the sunshine. We've had some people coming in a little bit later. So welcome to everyone, those of you online and those of you that might be still on your way. So updates. There were a group of us that met with, and of course I don't remember the lady's name. She is part of Indivisible down in the Lansing area. She's actually from Minnesota and was passing through. And so Jen Hill reached out to some of us, and we met with this person who has been very active. And we just sat around and kind of talked, and we were talking about the statewide Indivisible Michigan. They swim downstate where they were wondering, what can they do for us? What do we need? Of course, it was people power. And they said, yep, that's the same thing down there. But we did just able to share a little bit about our areas. One of the points we made is there were 4 ladies also from Alger that came over talking about living in a community and still being, and one of them has a business. How do you have a business? How do you still speak to your neighbors? How vocal can you be? Those types of things, that conversation when you are in a very small town and you still want a livelihood in that town. So that was some information that was going to be brought down. No one else. Was there anyone else? No, sorry. And that was Monday. A week ago Monday, so I can't give you a lot of details because my brain is foggy at this point. One thing that did come up is that Barb McQuaid, if you follow the Sisters-in-Law podcast with Joyce Vance, Barb McQuaid is coming here on July 16th. Oh, Lisa, you were there Monday?
I was.
So you can share a little bit. But anyway, yes, so Barb McQuaid is here. She will be at Peter White Library on July 16th. It came out in their newsletter, I believe. She has a new book out called The Fix. And there's 2, if you get Joyce Vance, she did the 5 questions with Barb McQuaid last Friday, so I read that. And one of the answers was about the title and how the fix really has 2 meanings. The fix as in mafia and the fix and corruption and what is happening and how there is a fix happening with our current administration. And then there's the actual fix, how do we fix this? So that's what Barb's book is about. I don't know if it's out quite yet, but anyway, so if you want to, did I remember to put that on here? No. So I'll add that.
What does she do though?
Barb McQuaid is a U of M grad, and she's a lawyer. And if you follow Sisters-in-Law, they're all lawyers. Okay, someone can Google. Is she the one that, one of them that was one of the women on the Sisters-in-Law was the only female on the Watergate. She's national security. She knows national security, I believe. Someone's Googling it, right?
I knew her name.
Yeah. Anyone?
So what sort of venue will Barb?
It sounds like it's just at Peter White, which is small for her.
Is it the library sponsoring it?
Yeah, it's so Deb White was sharing a little bit about it last night too when we were meeting for Armchair Actions, and it's part of the Kulishek speakers. The Kulishek endowment is somehow involved. Oh, you got it for me? Because I was too lazy to Google it for myself. Yeah, so she served as the United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Michigan from 2010 to 2017. As part of Donald Trump's, she stepped down in 2017. She is a professor of law at U of M. I want to say she did some other stuff too. Looking quickly. So yes, she was under Obama. She was a U.S. attorney. But I want to say, oh, she did the Kwame Kilpatrick, the Al-Qaeda bomber in 2009. Some trade secrets, yes. So, co-chair of the Tourism and National Security Subcommittee. So, civil rights, border security, those types of things is really where she focuses most of her energy. Anyway, Lisa, do you want to add anything else about Monday?
I just found
Do you want to go to that mic even? Just for people that are online, sorry. And thank you.
I just found it somewhat helpful, the discussion we had about how it ties in with, your thing about how do you exist in a very rather small town when you've got people and a business, and how do you speak to far right mega, especially when they're espousing really crazy stuff. And of course she had a few resources and I wrote them all down and I don't have them here, so I'm sorry. But I find personally that's a difficult area for me when people veer into that. I don't even know what to say to them anymore, kind of thing. But it was just, I found it inspiring because you're getting together with like-minded women and you get a little more energized and a little more oomph for the fight. So anyway.
One of the things that came up was maybe one of the ladies from Elder County is like another meeting, because SWIM meets once a month. So this woman was suggesting that we join that meeting once a month. There was also just, and I caught this, of maybe the UP Indivisibles have a monthly get-together to share ideas and those types of things. So that was one of the other things that popped up. Also talked about just, my point was we're all overwhelmed and we have to take the time to share our successes on a regular basis and really go, this is a long game. They want us exhausted. They want us constantly moving forward and never thinking back of what have we accomplished already. Going to Lisa's comment about how do you talk to others, I follow, it's called Builders Movement. I started following them about 6 months ago, and it's about the conversation, not the conflict. That's kind of their tagline, something like that. So, Builders Movement, I'll add that to the notes. And I guess I'm going to be up here because I'm going to talk about the next part too. And then I'll hand the mic over to other people. So as part of MEA Retired, we get together on an irregular basis. And last Friday, our 10 a.m. meeting was with Carl Bonack. There were 4 of us and Carl for an hour. Carl, this is what he's done the other times that he's come. He wants to talk about the weather, so he spends 10 minutes talking about the weather until someone says, can we talk about education now? And then he starts talking about energy and the energy bill and those rice generators. And then we get back on to, okay, can we talk about education? So a couple things that came up was Greg Seppinen was there, and he shared how the charter schools recently did a presentation. Greg is also on the Northern Board of Trustees. And so the Northern's charter schools did a presentation, and he said one of the things he noticed was attendance across the state of Michigan, student attendance is horrible. And so we were talking about that, and the importance of Carl being a policymaker and what kind of policies can we do. I stressed numerous times that this is not something we can solve by having a truancy law. Like, it's so much more than that, and that it isn't going to be fixed overnight. I shared that when I first started teaching in 1995, we had a program called Wraparound, and being a new teacher, I was just trying to swim, but I shared what I remembered, and then another person that was in this small meeting with us is a retired social worker from Marquette, and he was able to share even more about how it was spearheaded through community mental health. I said, I remember our counselors being able to make phone calls. Those students were actually being picked up and brought. The whole family were taught skills, that it wasn't just, you need to come to school. And so we hope he left understanding that attendance needs to be something that is explored. He also then dropped this, that there is a group that has contacted him recently to set up a data center on Sawyer. They are going to self-generate. And so I asked, how are they self-generating? And his answer was diesel. So I posted that in the Discord. Graham has done some research, a few of us. But yeah, so that's happening. Or there is a proposal for somewhere out on Sawyer for a data center to be built. Jan wanted us, I don't know if she's listening. Okay, so Jan wanted us to have a little breakout later to discuss that. And Jan, because you're listening, I thought I wrote it on here. I must have wrote it on a different one. But there is, oh, I did write it, sorry. There is on Thursday from 5:30 to 7 p.m., there is a forum that Jen had said was good. It's called Big Tech, Big Question. What rules should Michigan impose on data centers? I will put the link in the notes, but I found the link by Googling. So again, it's called, in case you want to do this, Big Tech, Big Questions. What rules should Michigan impose on data centers? It starts at 5:30 on Thursday. Did Carl mention water? No, we talked snow until we could get them. No, that he mentioned the data center at the right toward the end, and I don't even know why he mentioned it.
He's probably afraid.
Yeah. So I'm not, yeah, I don't even know how that came up in our conversation, because we were really trying to focus on education. So that's all I have, other than if you look on the back of the agenda, there are lots of new different events happening. I think I got them all. I'll add the July 16th. All right, so who else has information to share? All right.
Sorry, I'm writing on. I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. This is one of my favorites. And we have cats.
Hello, everyone. Tina Taylor, back from my little trip downstate. LSRI will be hosting a June 14th event. You'll see some of these flyers on your tables. Please take them and distribute them in your lives. Take a picture of it, post it online, stick it in buildings. Just don't litter and leave it there so that they come to get me. The June 14th event has been a national call to celebrate on that day. We are not celebrating the birthday of orange people. We are celebrating Flag Day in our country, and we're taking the focus off of orange people. And there's going to be a national concert starting at 7 p.m. that will be televised or broadcast somehow. A lot of famous people involved. But those national, larger organizations have sent a call out and asked for people to have house parties or watch parties or in some way take the burden off of maybe like the idea of having an action of some kind and just have a celebration. So, you know, get together and keep the focus on what we as Americans want and what we as Americans are proud to have our Flag Day celebration be. So I have started the process of organizing a family fun day at Lake and Inland. We are going to meet from 2 to 6. It is a family-friendly event, and I'm intending on having some kids' crafts and activities. We have a couple of guest local singers coming in to do an hour worth of singing. We're going to provide proteins and ask that if you're able to, bring a dish to pass as like a side dish, and probably a good idea to bring your own camp chairs. If I can get the volunteers to help me, I will have things like face painting for kids and temporary tattoos, fishing in the fishing pond. By the way, that is the Michigan's free fishing weekend, ATV and fishing, June 13th and 14th from the DNR. So we were going to fish either way, but you know, it's all legal now. So there is some fish in the pond out at Lake and Inland. So I'm just trying to put together a fun event, maybe do scavenger hunt, maybe do a craft, and just get together and celebrate us as Americans and our beautiful Old Glory flag. So I am looking for some help with getting some tables that we can set up a buffet on. If you have a generator, I am looking to borrow a generator or two, if they're small, for the day, and volunteers to help me man the grill, do kid activities, direct traffic, that kind of stuff. So I will have a breakout table at the end if you would like to participate in helping with the June 14th Rise Up, Sing Out family fun event at Lake and Inland. Let me know. I just also on LSRI's side wanted to mention that we are having a June 8th meeting for tell me, Brad, the right words, election rapid response. We're formulating the idea of putting together a rapid response team for election security. Let me emphasize that that could mean a whole host of things. It might be that the Chatham Community Building has a power outage, and we need to try to help figure out how to get people to the next location that they can vote in, or you know, any number of things it could be. We're trying to see if we can team together with other communities in the UP as well as downstate, so that we have like maybe a telephone tree going on. If you hear there's complications in some way, you know, call and let us know, and we just can rapid respond. So the whole idea of it is to take responsibility for ensuring that the elections go on as scheduled, and that we can do our part as you know, civic participants to make sure that all goes well. So June 8th, we're meeting at Peter White Public Library at 6 p.m.? At 6 p.m. So if you... The Heritage Room. If you are at all interested in helping us talk about the idea, formulate the plan, please let us know. If you can't be there, it's not too late. Just, reach out, let us know that you're interested in this, and we'll get you hooked into that communication thread. And then LSRI also is having their all-member meeting on the 22nd of June at Peter White Public Library, and that in and of itself will be mostly focused on election issues. The election team has done just an outstanding job of putting together information that we are working on getting it approved and put up on our website and the links so that you can easily see what the election is, what's being voted on, who the candidates are, those kinds of things. There'll be lots of resources linked so that it makes it easier for you to be an informed and educated voter. And we'll continue to talk about those things at the June 22nd LSRI all-member meeting. Did I cover it all? I'm looking at my boss over there. He's not really my boss, but he's most of my brain because I only have half of one. So in any event, my other notes would be if you're interested in doing snacks for Yoopers Unite next Tuesday meeting, let me know so I can mark that on my list. And again, I'm just putting out a call to all of you. If you have topics you would like discussed, if you have things you would like to see Yoopers Unite, We the People, LSRI engage in, we can't do this without you. So we need ideas, we need energy, we need people, and we are happy to entertain all of those things. So find a thing that is, you're like, why haven't we done that? And come and talk to me about it, and we'll figure out how to do it. So now,
So I have kind of a question. Paula mentioned getting in touch with the other individual in the UP. I wonder if we should reach out and invite him to this. I mean,
to the June 14th?
to the June 14th.
That's an excellent idea. Thank you.
It's a wide open space, a beautiful day, and if they don't have anything going, they might want to come and mingle.
That's beautiful. Thank you. I will make sure that that happens. I appreciate that. So, anybody else?
I have a little question about the nationwide live stream concert. Is that what
Yes?
what do you call that thing?
The QR code?
Yeah, the QR code. Is that what that's all about, or?
Brad, I didn't make the poster, so is that QR code going to take them to the link for the concert? Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
you'll be
ma'am.
able to listen to it on your phone, in other words?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. That's what I needed to know. Thank you much.
You're very welcome. With the national organizations are encouraging people to have watch parties or porch parties so that we're building that sense of community and then having the opportunity to invite new people to come in and join the movement, to build membership and trust amongst the community members. So we would have continued out at Lake and Inland to just have a watch party and be all together, but there is no internet because it's the UP, and by 6 o'clock I'm probably going to be pooped still. So we'll have to you'll have to go home and watch it, but I would encourage you to get together and do it as at least small groups. Question for me, or are you waiting for the mic? I'm out. Bye.
Okay, everybody, I have decided to send out signs of fascism on a walk Saturday. We're going to meet at the Harlow Park on Washington Street in Marquette at noon. Now, Peace and Justice is doing their thing at 11:30 at the post office. So the idea is we'll start at Harlow Park, walk towards the post office, they'll be wrapping up. We'll pick up some of them and continue around the farmers market and then back up Fourth, and those that don't want to do the long journey can go back to the post office in their cars, and the rest can follow down to Harlow Park again. I have about 20 plus 25 signs that are already made. If you want one reserved for you, let me know, and we'll hand them out at Harlow Park. You just wear black clothes. Does everybody know what Signs of Fascism is all about? I believe in this room. And there'll probably be other events this summer, but I need ideas of places, times, and to do it, if anybody wants to kind of figure out another spot to go next time. Thanks.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Emily Tinder. I am not a part of either We the People Action Fund or Transit Riders Unite, but I am passing this message on their behalf. So they have got planned on Tuesday, June 9 at 5:30 at Donkers. It's actually the Evergreen Market, like upstairs. I can't remember the word for it. They are hosting Let's Talk Transit Marquette Community Conversation. So Transit Riders United is a Michigan public transit advocacy group. They are taking public transit all across the Upper Peninsula, including to Marquette, which I think will be quite a feat to learn about in itself. And they are joining with the We the People Action Fund locally to have a community conversation on how to meet Michigan's transit needs and learn how to organize for better transit in Marquette County. So if you guys remember recently, there was extra funds basically from ARPA through the county commission. I think this is going to be kind of part of that conversation. They're trying to encourage the county commissioners to spend more of that money on transit. So I think that and other sources of, ways to help improve transit here. So again, that is on June 9 from 5:30 to 7, and you can RSVP to Ruby at wethepeoplemi.org. And I will give this to Paula so she can put it in the notes.
Any other notes?
So I think we have a breakout. Do we want a breakout on data centers? Do you know, Graham, is she saying anything? I haven't seen anything.
She said,
We have otherwise we for sure have the float. So we do have that one too. I just didn't know if Jen wanted. I didn't know if she's posting anything for you to look at. Nothing like putting it.
I'll bring her in on Discord.
Okay. So, working on the float. Chris, do you want to tell us what's happening before we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, good evening, everybody, and happy summer. It isn't yet, but looks about late spring, so that's good. I've been getting emails from people asking questions, and I've been printing them out because I don't exactly know how things fit together a year. It looks like they're coming together. We will have a breakout room and sort out the answers to those questions. So anybody interested in helping with the float or the parade, at this point, the sign from last year has been brought to our house, thanks to Elaine and her husband. And it says, Yoopers Unite, or no, United We Stand. And we looked at that and thinking, well, that's perfectly in tune with the theme. Maybe we don't need a new sign. Well, that'll be part of the conversation. And we also have materials here, including long straight edges for people to make signs that will go along the side of the float. So if you're interested in any of that or participating in any way, we'll have a breakout table and somebody will tell me which table when we get there. Thank you. That's it. Oh, any questions at this point that might inform our conversation? Okay. See you at the table.
I think that's it. So we have, if you want to talk about data centers, I will watch Jen on Discord, see if she's putting some other things on there. Graham?
Video, there's an audio talk option.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Tech. God, I love that. And Graham actually has some information because when I posted in Discord about, what I learned from Carl, Graham did some quick research and has some background information too that I'm sure he would be willing to share, right? Awesome, okay. Otherwise, it sounds like it is float time in helping with the float. Unless someone has something else. Awesome, okay. I'm done. I think we're all done.
Sounds good.
Good night.
The actual thing about the 4th of July parade this year is one nation under the sun. One nation. Right, I know. Which really says the same thing. It does, but it's the, we have to use that. Oh, we do? That was last year.